Hi friends, this is Susan Campfield with SueStampfield.com. I'm here today to share with you this fun project. We're going to make this one, and I just want to show you, but these are exactly the same style. This is a little tote. Inside we have a K-cup. This one is a caramel almond cider, caramel apple cider. Of course, apple cider would be much more fallish. And this one has hot chocolate in it, and this one is the same, also hot chocolate. So these two are made with the, let me grab it here. Oh, and decorated with the Coffee Cafe stamp set and the coffee cup framelit dies, which are right here. And this one is made with a new set that's coming out in the holiday catalog, the Stampin' Up! Holiday catalog, that is going to coordinate with those coffee cup framelits. So if you already have those, you can pick up the Merry Cafe stamp set, and it's got all sorts of fall themed greetings and Christmas greetings and Halloween greetings to just add more options for your coffee cup framelit dies. And of course you can also use some of the stamps from the Coffee Cafe. They're all meant to work together. So let me walk you through this fun project. I got one of these as a gift from one of my team members, Sue Dias, and she learned how to make the project through Raquel Clifton, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I changed it slightly when I made it, so I'm just going to walk you through and show you what I did. So let's put this aside, and I'll kind of leave this one in the view here. Now I guess I should show you the back side, because the back side's pretty cute too. On the back we've got our little kitty there with the witch's hat on, so I can walk you through that as well. So let me go ahead and get started. So we have this portion of the treat holder is kind of a box, an open box. And so to make that, you're going to cut a piece of cardstock that is 3 inches by 4 inches, and then I scored it on all sides at 3/4 of an inch. And so this is exactly what Raquel had done. And so I'm going to take my snips here, and I'm going to cut up on the tab, just on the long side, all the way around. And because you want those tabs to go in, you're going to go ahead and just cut a little wedge out of each one, and that'll just make it a little smoother when it goes together, a little less bulk. Just like that. There we go. So again, 3 by 4 inches, scored at 3/4 on all sides, and then you can just fold on that, and the little tabs go to the inside like that. So we're just going to kind of be making an open tray here. So to adhere the tabs, I'm actually just going to use glue dots. Normally in a box like this, I would use a stronger adhesive, but we're going to be wrapping the outside of the exterior of this with a stronger adhesive, with the tear and tape. So I know it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm just going to go with glue dots because they're just a little bit quicker. And I know that tear and tape is going to hold it really well. Sorry, pardon my arm. So I'm just going to assemble the box base. And again, that's this portion right here that we're doing. You can only see it on the bottom. And I'm using basic black cardstock. In this version, I used Early Espresso for the bottom. And basically, this forms the bottom of the tote. Reminds me of a tote. It's like if you could even put handles, ribbon handles on it, it'd be like a little tote bag. So, I mean, look, even the inside's cute with that pattern paper. Okay, I digress. Let's go on here. All right, so we've got that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a piece of Designer Series paper. I'm using the Spooky Night paper, which is from the upcoming holiday catalog. And this is cut 8.5 inches long by 3.5 inches wide. And we're going to take some tear and tape, and we're just going to start about midway here, and I'm going to go kind of close to the bottom. And I'm just going to literally wrap this around my little box. That's why I was saying not too fussed about the glue dots, whether they're going to hold or not, because it's going to be very secure with this strong tear and tape holding it all together. And we'll just tear it, hence the name. Okay. So now I'm going to take my designer series paper, and before I add it to my box, I'm going to add a coordinating strip at the top and the bottom. So these are cut 8.5 inches long, and they're half inch wide. And you can use whatever color goes with your paper. Again, with this one, I used the Early Espresso that coordinated with my paper around my cup. And this one, I decided to go with the black. Now we're going to take that tear and tape again, and we're going to run it the whole length. I really hope you can't hear my puppies playing outside, because the little boy puppy is barking his head off because they're playing. And that's perfectly fine while I'm doing the video, as long as they're outside. Okay, so there I've got top and bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. So this reminds me of like pulling the pin out of the grenade once I pull that backing off that sticky paper, or the sticky tape. So now I'm just going to line this up. So sticky, I'm sticking myself to it. Stick that down. And let's get the bottom piece here. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to just start using my fingers. You can also use a bone folder, and just kind of starting to make that round. The top of our tote is going to be kind of an oval shape, and so this will help if I just kind of break the fibers up a little bit here. It'll help it bend around my project. So you can also do it by just rubbing it on the side of your table or whatever you're working on. So I've got that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a piece of tear and tape right here along the edge. And I'm going to pull the backing off of that piece. And I'm also going to pull the backing off of this piece that goes all the way around the little tray. And now I'm ready to attach this. I want to make sure my jack-o'-lanterns are right side up. That's important. And I'm just going to line it up. So I'm going to have that seam at the center of the back side. And now I'm just going to slowly wrap around the corner, kind of bending as I go. I'm just literally going to wrap it right around the bottom. Super sticky. You can hear it sticking to my fingers as I pull it off. There we go. But it's not like super glue. I can get free. I won't be trapped in this project. So now this last side, we're just going to put it right down there. And then we're just going to, oh my gosh, you know what I did? I put the side with the tear tape on the wrong, I should have started with the side that didn't have that strip of tear tape in there. So that's okay, no worries. I just pulled it up and then I'll tack it down. It's super sticky, but it can be forgiving when it's in the right mood. There we go. All right, so there's the back part of my project, and there's the front. Now that back part, not super crazy about that seam. I probably would even trim this a little bit so that it's even with the black. But what I did on my project is I covered the part where the jack-o'-lanterns don't quite lean up. That sort of bugged me a little bit, and I thought, well, might as well have the back be cute too. So I covered that up with the kitty here. So how I got the kitty is, it's from the same paper actually. So this is the Spooky Night paper, and two of the sheets of paper had the black cat and the orange cat, and they're made to align with the new cat punch. So I just punched this cat out of the paper. Of course, here's the pattern that I used for the top part of our box. And then I cut a witch's hat out of one of the other patterns of paper, and I just freehand cut it top was not hard. I left a little border around it. I know, I get so used to using my dies. It's like, what? I have to cut something out? But I survived. It was just fine. And then I just put the new black rhinestones. I put a large one on the center of the hat, and I attached the cat with some dimensionals. And then for the front, I cut out another pattern of the same paper. And this is actually, let's see what's on the other side. Yeah, this is the same that the witch's hat came out of. In fact, you can see where I cut my hat out of. So I cut the cup out of that side of the paper. And then I used the framelit dies to cut that out. I also stamped with the stamp set the Witch's Brew with Screamin' Sugar. And then I cut that out with the framelit. And then I did something a little different. So I wanted a black border behind that. And there's a framelit for that, and it's corrugated. But it's actually the same size as this piece. So to make it a little bit wider so that it was a border and it went above and below that, I just cut it straight across, just like that. And then I mounted my Witch's Brew with Screamin' Sugar on top of that. I did find I had to trim the bottom just a little bit because of physics. That was not quite in line anymore when I stretched it. But it was just a quick little trim, and then it was, it gave me that nice little border above and below. And then I used the new black crochet lace. Now, it's so funny to me that, make sure I have the name right on this. Here it is in every language. Oh yes, Vintage Crochet Trim in black. So when you have it in cream, it's like this beautiful, elegant stuff, but oh my gosh, as soon as you get in black, it instantly becomes spooky and creepy. Isn't it cool? So it's perfect for Halloween. So I just wrapped a piece of lace behind that and stuck it down on the back side here with my dimensionals that I needed to mount my cup with. And then I tied it a little bit and stuck a bow on with glue dots. For my lid, I cut that out, and I also put it on with glue dots, 2 glue dots folded in half to stick on the lid. And then again, I used the new black rhinestones, here they are, that are in the holiday catalog, just to add a little bling to the front of my project. And then for my my caramel apple cider here, I put it in one of our little gusseted bags. I added a little paper shreddy, and then I used the new striped ribbon. Here it is. It's, well, on here it's just called striped ribbon, but it's in the holiday Christmas section of the catalog, but to me it makes perfect Halloween item because of that striped. It reminds me of a witch's tights. So I just thought that was perfect with our little Witch's Brew. So that's all there is to this project. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will be putting up a blog post with more information about this, and I guess I'm going to go answer my phone now. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks for joining me, and be sure to check out my blog at SueStampfield.com, and this blog post should be up tomorrow. Thank you. Good night.